So there's this huge thing going on right now called the Minimalist. Two guys, Josh and Ryan, who are traveling the world talking to people about how to buy things and to have things that you need and that adds value to your life, which I like. So today they asked me to come in and sit down with them and talk about money and finances. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So I want you to come check it out with me right now because your boy is pumped. Let's go. Yo, what's going on, family and friends? Man, I'm pumped today because I'm here with my good friends, Ryan and Josh. Josh and Ryan. Y'all, I'm in Birmingham, and I have been wanting to get with these guys for months and months and months. So, yo, we're going to jump straight into it because, you know, I'm all about helping you transition out of high school into your next phase of life with a solid foundation, or just if you're a millennial, just really helping you avoid debt, build a solid foundation, and just really build wealth. And these guys' system is amazing. So let's jump straight into it. So you guys are traveling the world, going all over the world, teaching people how to just deliver things that you need, not everything that the fake rich. What started this for you all?
Well, I mean, it kind of started. We were both living the American dream, but we both grew up really poor. So we're both from Dayton, Ohio, grew up really poor. Thought the reason we were unhappy is because we didn't have any money, right?
Okay.
And so if you don't have any money, what do? You go out and you get that entry-level corporate job, and you work your butt off 60 or 70 or 80 hours a week climbing the corporate ladder. So Ryan and I, we've known each other since we were fat little fifth graders.
Y'all were fat?
Oh, yeah. I was the fattest kid in school.
No!
I swear to you. Anyway, and like we both climbed the corporate ladder after growing up poor, and then we made really good money in the corporate world, but we were spending even better money.
Man.
And so we had heaps of debt. And so I was living the American dream, the six-figure salary, the luxury cars, the closets full of designer clothes, the big suburban house.
You're talking.
With more toilets than people. You know, I had all the stuff to fill every corner of my consumer-driven life. And I realized, like, there's something wrong, there's something off here. And two events really made me focus on something else.
Okay.
My mother died, my marriage ended, both in the same month.
Wow.
Now, when you have these two events or any event that is sort of this pivot point for you, you start to look around and question what's your life's focus.
Okay.
For me, I realized I was focused on all the wrong stuff. I was focused on success and achievement, and especially in our culture, that means the accumulation of stuff, showing off how wealthy and successful we are. And I knew I needed to change some things, and I knew I wanted to simplify my life, and that's where this thing called minimalism came into my life. And over the course of about 8 months, I got rid of 90% of my material possessions.
Wait, say that one more time. 90%?
Well, let me say this. Did you know the average American house has more than 300,000 items in it?
300,000 items?
Of course, we don't use most of those things, though.
Right. I'm just counting.
You'll be counting. And we don't use most of those things. Now, we're not against stuff. Ryan and I own things.
Okay.
And the things we own augment our experience of life. They amplify, they enhance our experience of life. But too many of the things I used to own, they actually got in the way of my life. And I had to get rid of those things so I could start living a more meaningful life.
That's good, man. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was in the same situation, man. Like, if you were to tell my 18-year-old self what my 28-year-old self was going to have, I would have been the most excited 18-year-old. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a big house. I'm gonna be able to buy a new car every couple of years.
Yeah.
Which really means I'm just gonna be able to take a loan out on a new car every couple
Come on,
of years.
man. Y'all hear that?
I'm gonna have that job title. I'm gonna be responsible for hundreds of employees.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work for a corporation that I respect. And you know, at 28 years old, I wasn't too excited, man.
Wow.
I was the opposite of happy. I was stressed out.
Yep.
I had a lot of discontent.
Yep.
I was lost, man. I didn't know what was important anymore.
Wow.
And you know, I noticed Josh. He was living his life differently. I noticed that he was taking a different approach, and he was happy.
Wow.
And he wasn't just happy, but he was like ecstatic, like happier than I had seen him in a really, really long time. So at a certain point, I sat him down. I'm like, dude, what is going on with you? Why the hell are you so happy? And he told me about this thing called minimalism.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, okay, like this is some common sense stuff, but my life, it lacked a lot of common sense at the time.
Okay.
So I saw minimalism as a tool for me to be able to kind of reprioritize my life.
That's good.
It helped me to help me free up some time.
Okay.
Which I think, when we talk about resources in our lives, money is like the main resource that we talk about. But time and attention, I think, are the two most valuable resources. And when I was at that tornado of a lifestyle, when I was, kind of at the apex there, I did not have control of my time. I did not have control of my attention. I didn't have control of my money either.
Wow.
So I decided to do this crazy thing called a packing party, where Josh and we decided to pack up all my belongings as if I were moving. And then I would unpack things as I needed it over the next 3 weeks.
Okay.
So Josh came over and he literally helped me box up everything, my clothes.
Okay, did y'all really box up
everything, man?
So when you're moving, that's the one time you're confronted with all of your stuff. You're forced to deal with all of it because you have to get it out of your house. So we just pretended he was moving.
And here's the thing: is I was open to doing this because I thought, all right, if I pack up all my stuff and I'm miserable and this is a failed experiment, I could just unpack everything and put it right back in its spot in my home.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, after 3 weeks of unpacking my things day by day, I had a completely new perspective on life. And I went to Josh and I was like, dude, this is a really, really awesome experiment. We have to share this with people.
Okay.
So we did what any two 30-year-old dudes would do. We started a blog. And we called it The Minimalists. And it started with that 21-day packing party story.
Wow. So you guys are traveling the world. When the people started hearing, okay, I'm coming to sit down with y'all, it was like, well, wait, what is this? What is it? Let's just put this out there. What is minimalist not? Cause I came here and asked y'all, like, so wait, I gotta live in this small, tiny box to be a minimalist? Like, what is it not?
Yeah, I think there are often a lot of misconceptions. Like, you have to own 100 things, or you have to live in a tiny house, or you have to be a monk, or something like that. And it's fine. If those things are appealing to you, great. Not appealing to me. I tell you what, if you came to my house right now, you're not going to walk in and say, oh my God, this guy's a minimalist. You probably just walk in and say, wow, they're really tidy.
Gotcha.
It's because everything that me and my family owns, it adds real value to our lives.
That's good.
So each of our belongings, my car, my clothes, my kitchenware, my furniture, has a function. And so as a minimalist, every possession serves a purpose.
Yes.
Or it brings me joy. And then everything else is out of the way. So ultimately, what is minimalism? Minimalism is the thing that gets us past the things so we can make room for life's most important things.
Oh, wait, say it one more time. Minimalist is the things.
It's the thing that gets you past the things.
Okay.
To make room.
You can make room for life's most important things, which actually aren't things at all.
Here's the thing. Minimalism, it's not like, it's not this magical answer, like it's going to solve the whole world's problems. But if you're someone who has a problem with, well, if you're time poor, if you're attention poor, especially if you're money poor, or if your stuff stresses you out, if you feel like you're living that tornado of a lifestyle, then minimalism is certainly a tool that people can use to kind of undo that tornado and refocus their priorities.
Man, I think I may have an unpacking party, and I just moved in my house.
Let me ask you, man, do you have any of those boxes? Because what I realized during this packing party experiment is I had these 3 boxes that I had no idea what was in them.
Oh yeah,
it's just like these 3.
Oh yeah,
they just
I
always
still have
move
boxes in my garage, and like I don't know what's in there, and honestly, I don't.
It's
care
so easy to do
because I haven't missed it.
Right, and it's in the garage.
It's in the garage.
It's not really affecting anything.
Nope.
Yeah,
it's collecting dust and spiders.
I've been there, man.
Man, this is good. This is real good. So, if you all can speak to this 18-year-old that's looking at the camera right now, this 25-year-old or 30-year-old that's looking at the camera right now, like, you know what, I am stressed a little bit. You know what, I'm not gonna lie. I follow Anthony because I need to do better with my finances. But I think sometimes I've learned that people want to do better with their finances to get more stuff. To blend in more with what the American dream is.
Sure.
Well, I think you and I and Josh, we have the same goal. It's to help people to stop, acting on every single impulse.
That's good.
And relying on those impulses to live a meaningful life.
Ah, man. This is good.
What would you tell your 18-year-old self, Josh?
I think the biggest thing is because I did want to buy a lot of things to impress people. I was spending money I didn't have.
Yeah.
To buy things I didn't need.
Yes.
To impress people I didn't like.
Come on, man.
And so instead of doing that, why not surround myself with people who will support me regardless of the things that I bring into my life? Because now the people who are in my life, they could care less what kind of car I drive.
Yeah.
They could care less what kind of house I live in. They could care less what my job title is on my business card. They care about me as a person.
Exactly.
So the advice I would give myself is you can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you.
Yeah.
Meaning, don't try to change someone, turning them into someone else. Try to instead find a way that you can surround yourself with people who are accepting of the best version of yourself.
I love it.
Yeah. And my biggest piece of advice is stay out of debt. I mean, debt is by far, it is the most crippling thing we have in this country. And guess what? As an 18-year-old, you can get as much debt as you want.
Yes.
They are just waiting to own you for the next 20, 30 years with those debt payments.
Yeah.
I cannot stress enough. I mean, Anthony and Josh and I, we are definitely on the same page when it comes to staying debt-free. Stay out of debt.
Yeah. I think that's how we're going to end the vlog right there, CJ.